Hi everyone, my name is Nerdy Operator. Welcome to my channel. Today I have a little bit of a rant that I'm about to go on. So I apologize if this gets a little bit vulgar in terms of my vocabulary, but I am just super pissed off right now, and I just need to get this off my chest. I need to put it out there. So guys, this is going to entirely be about Activision and Call of Duty. More specifically, the state of the games and the state of Activision, the state of Sledgehammer, Raven Software, Treyarch, Infinity Ward, all of them. It's just going to be about that. That's all I'm going to talk about today. So again, I apologize if I get vulgar, but I'm just not happy, guys. I'm really not happy. So to start off, I'm going to talk about the state of the games. My first biggest gripe is the rendering problem. I know for a fact that I'm not the only one that's dealing with this. The world graphics do not render properly. And even when they do, it takes forever. It's like waiting for a website to load, like back in the days of the early internet, back when we had like broadband and stuff like that. It would take quite a decent amount of time to load a single web page. That's kind of like the rate that the graphics tend to render now, and it's really infuriating. Like whenever I load into a match on Warzone, doesn't even matter what map it is, whether it's Caldera, if it's Rebirth. Whenever I'm loading in, everything looks like freaking PS1 graphics. It's so pixelated and it's just not textured. Nothing is really textured when I first drop in. Now, I have heard, and I looked this up myself, that if you disable texture streaming, it can help with that, but for me, it has done very little. It hasn't really helped, because it's still there. Even when it's the texture streaming is disabled, it is still there. It is still aggravating. And it's like that across all of Modern Warfare and Warzone, which is infuriating because lately I've been really wanting to play Modern Warfare's multiplayer again, but I've noticed a lot of frame rate issues on top of the rendering problem. And speaking of which, the guns. Like, as you can see in this clip right here, I have a gun, but it is invisible. This has been a problem in Modern Warfare and Warzone ever since Cold War came out, and now it has just gotten worse. It takes forever for the guns to render, and I've even had instances where it would, like, my gun would render in like an octopus kind of formation, like the texture would just be stretched out and it would cover up a good portion of the screen. I've only had that happen once, but nonetheless, this is beyond infuriating to the point where I can't even play Call of Duty anymore. And what makes it more infuriating, and I'm gonna get a little bit more into this here in a minute, is like I don't have the same problem on Vanguard or Black Ops Cold War. It's just Modern Warfare and Warzone. It is beyond broken, and they need. I don't understand. I don't understand what the problem here is. It is not that fucking hard to monitor this game. It is not that fucking hard to test for bugs. It doesn't even take a whole lot of time. And yet, it's like they don't even do it. They don't even take the time to do anything. And while we're on the gun subject, like the Vanguard weapons, like in Vanguard and Warzone, are just fucking terrible. They are trash. They don't seem to do fucking anything. They are pea shooters. Oh, this is perfect right here. As you can see on my screen, the rendering problem. This is a prime example of the rendering problem. It is inexcusable. It is annoying. It is frustrating. And I am so sick of it. I can't even play the fucking game without having something like that happen. It's beyond infuriating, guys. And on top of the rendering, I want to talk about lag and frame rate drops. I have had significant frame rate drops ever since Season 1 for Vanguard and Warzone Pacific came out. Especially with the loading or the loading screen when you're about to drop. Like, it used to run so smooth, but ever since Caldera was added, it is like choppy as hell. Like, I am playing on the Xbox Series X, and I have had no issue with frame rate issues on this game and Warzone until Caldera came out. I didn't have any issues on Vanguard. Granted, I'm not really playing Vanguard because I hate the game with a bloody passion. If you want to know why, I made a video about it. Go check that out if you want to. And Cold War is, honestly, it's better than Vanguard. I personally think it's better than Vanguard, but I haven't had any issues on that. It's just Modern Warfare. The frame rates are just so inconsistent right now. And I've even gone onto my PC. I have a high-end PC, and I did have Warzone downloaded on there from back during Modern Warfare's cycle, mainly because I was waiting to get the Series X, and so I was playing on PC. I went back to my PC, and it's no different. It is no different. The rendering problem, the frame rate problem, it's just as bad. It is just as bad. So I know it's not my Xbox, it's the game. It is the game itself. It is broken. Broken. I have not seen such a degradation of an existing video game title in all my years of being a gamer. I am 27 years old, and I've been playing games the earliest I can remember since I was 5. I have never seen something go so downhill as this. I just don't understand. How can they allow this to happen? How can they allow it to happen? They really do not care, guys. They really don't. Now I'm going to get a little bit into the progression problem. I know that Vanguard had some challenges and weapon camo progression problems. I know that. And I know that it didn't track properly in Vanguard, but I've also noticed that, and this is just my experience, I don't know if anyone else has seen this, but in Season 1, nothing tracks for me. Nothing is tracking. I don't know if it's an isolated case, I don't know if other people are experiencing this, but my challenges are not tracking at all. My weapon XP isn't even tracking. I don't know what's going on there. Like I said, this could just be a solitary case, unfortunately for me, if that is the case. But it's just something that I had to bring up because, like, I'm just adding to my list of frustrations here as we're going along with this video. So yeah, nothing's tracking properly, and I'm done, guys. I cannot play Call of Duty in the state that it's in, with the rendering problem, the bugs, the frame rate drops, the guns not rendering, the guns being invisible has got to be the most infuriating thing ever because I can't tell where I'm aiming. And I'm gonna be honest with you on this part, guys. I really have to be honest and just tell you guys how I feel. Activision and their disgusting practices of late, we all know what's been going on, have seemed to it has seemed to have left the development companies, Infinity Ward, Sledgehammer, Raven Software, Treyarch, all of them, in a perpetual state of we don't give a fuck. And it's ridiculous. They know that people will drink the Kool-Aid and get on the hype train for Call of Duty every single year, regardless if the game is good or not when it comes out. Because they know they're going to make money, and they want that money, and they're going to get that money because we're all going to continue to buy Call of Duty, myself included. I'm not ashamed to admit that. I have loved Call of Duty ever since its inception. I have played every single Call of Duty game. And I'm going to be totally honest, Vanguard's the first one that I truly fucking hate. But I don't want to get off track here. I want to stick to what I was originally saying. Activision knows they're going to rake in the dough. And they have shown, especially as of late with Vanguard and Warzone Season 1, they do not care about any of the problems in the game. They really don't. And honestly, it kind of makes me wonder if they actually even truly care about the money anymore, because of how terribly broken Call of Duty has become since Vanguard launched, and it's just gotten worse with Season 1 starting. And when I say Call of Duty becoming broken, I'm just mainly talking about Warzone and Modern Warfare. As you guys know, there's all the bugs, the rendering issues, whatever, frame rate drops, and they just don't. They haven't really been updating it. Like, they're releasing updates, but it's not like actually fixing any of the issues, at least as far as I can see. So I don't know what the hell they're actually doing. And on top of that, Zombies and Vanguard. Oh, Zombies and Vanguard. I know that this is already well known, but I just want to give my 2 cents about it. It is a straight up shit bucket. And it was from the very start. It was Treyarch's only job on Vanguard, and they couldn't even do that right. And they also seem to not care about it. And that's just mind-boggling, because this is just my personal opinion. You can agree or disagree to your liking. If anything, leave a comment down below on this one. I'd love to know what your thoughts are on it. Treyarch only became a staple development studio for Call of Duty because of Zombies. If Zombies didn't exist, they would not be a main developer. I swear to God. That is what I truly believe. World at War was a great game, don't get me wrong. But it was just a copy and paste of COD 4 with a World War II skin. It was Nazi Zombies that really set that game apart, and Treyarch, by extension, apart from Infinity Ward at that time. And that is what gave them all of their fame. And without it, I don't think they'd even exist right now. If anything, Infinity Ward would probably be the only development studio. Treyarch probably would have just been absorbed by Infinity Ward, just like Neversoft was. So I really don't understand how they can fuck up the one thing that they are truly known for, the one thing that they are truly good at doing, for the most part. Because I think the way Treyarch handles the multiplayer side of things is a joke. But Zombies, they have been pretty much spot on until Vanguard, so I don't know what happened. But it kind of, like I said, it just kind of goes back into what I previously said. Activision and all the development studios are just in a state of we don't give a shit anymore. So, honestly, it's depressing. It's really depressing, guys. And I'm not some big YouTuber by any means. I'm not huge. I'm not famous. I am just a normal average Joe, an average consumer that buys these games for entertainment, to have fun. But I can't have fun with the way that they are handling this anymore. I can't do it. Battlefield 2042 launched in a terrible state, and I personally think that game is in a better condition than Vanguard and Warzone right now. I would much rather play Battlefield than Call of Duty right now. It is that bad for me. Anyway, I'm getting a little off track here. Anyway, guys, continuing on. And my next point, I personally feel that Call of Duty has just become a cash cow for Activision that is just devoid of all care and integrity. Quality control is a rising problem these days, and not just in the gaming industry, but with like how it started off like minor things, minor things here and there, and it just seemed to get progressively worse with each title. And you guys can say whatever you want about games like Call of Duty Ghosts or the Modern Warfare reboot. I know that they got a lot of hate from fans. Personally, I think it's entirely unfounded, especially when it comes to the Modern Warfare reboot, because they wanted to shake things up and make things a little bit more tactical feeling, which I think is something Call of Duty needed, but people are too much of sticklers. But again, to each his own. And then like with Ghosts, that game got so much hate. I don't even understand why. It was a pretty good game. It was handled pretty well. It's definitely handled better than Call of Duty right now, guys. And if you disagree with me, then I honestly don't even know what to say to that. I could probably say something really chauvinistic and egotistical and arrogant, but I'm not going to, because that wouldn't really do anything. It wouldn't do anything for me, wouldn't do anything for Call of Duty, wouldn't do anything for anybody. So yeah, guys, Call of Duty is just a cash cow at this point. Call of Duty to Activision is like Star Wars to Disney. They don't really care who they upset. They just want the money. They want the money from the brand recognition that they know they're going to get. And it really should not be like that. I don't even understand why it is like that. I don't understand why it has to be like that. Well, it doesn't have to be, but it is. It's a joke. It's a joke, and it's so fucking depressing, especially for a longtime Call of Duty fan. Now I kind of want to dive a little bit more into like the development side of the more recent games. I feel like starting with Black Ops Cold War, Activision began to truly show their signs, their colors, their character, if you will. They and you know, let me explain myself here, because I'm not entirely sure I can present this fluidly, but I'm gonna do my best to explain what I'm trying to get across here. So with Black Ops Cold War, that's when I finally got like the full picture of like how careless Activision truly is. They decided to push a rushed and uncompleted game out into the world in the midst of a pandemic, rather than allow Treyarch and by extension Sledgehammer to have more time to develop and tune their respective titles. Cold War should not have come out in 2020. It really shouldn't. That game should have come out this year. That game should have come out now instead of Vanguard, and Vanguard should have come out next year in 2022. Because they only had about, I want to say, not even a year and a half to work on Cold War after Sledgehammer got booted off the project by Activision. So obviously the game launched in a very broken and uncompleted state, and they're just like, yeah, you know, well, we're still going to release it because we're still going to get the money, and we know it. They just didn't allow for once for a game to just skip a year, because we get a Call of Duty game every fucking year, and it should have just been delayed, but it wasn't. And as a result, now look at the state of the franchise. Cold War was completely, it was trash when it came out. I don't care what anyone says. It was trash. It was uncompleted. It was broken. It was terrible. It got better over time, don't get me wrong, but when it came out, it was horrid. It was horrid. And it took them forever just to get it into a state where it wasn't as bad. And then now we have Vanguard, which is just like, what the fucking fuck is it? It's like, I can't even call it a Call of Duty game, really, because it just feels like something that honestly had less of a development time than Cold War had. I don't understand why Activision can't just let a year pass without a Call of Duty game. I don't understand why at this point in time it needs to be a game every single year, because if the games came out every other year or every 2 years, just imagine how good they could actually be with that added development time. You know? Say if Vanguard and Cold War were given like an additional year or two for fine-tuning development and all that stuff, they would probably be like the greatest games in the world. But no. Activision just wants their money. They want their annual Call of Duty income, because that's all they fucking care about. Some might argue that the loot boxes were a sign of Activision's greedy character, which I would agree with, but to me, it was merely just a foreshadowing of what was to come. What we have now. Games that are broken, and they don't care. The game's out, people bought it, and they got their money. Which, you know, is kind of funny, because I understand that Vanguard has been the worst selling Call of Duty game ever since 2007. And that alone just kind of proves the points that I'm trying to get across here today. They just don't care. It's just like, nope, push it out. Always, every year, push it out. Always needs to come out around the holidays every year. We don't freaking care. We don't care what state the game's in, just push it out. Activision has become worse than EA in my eyes, and I did not remotely think that was ever fucking possible. EA, everyone has a bad opinion about EA. Like, I don't think there's a single person that has a positive opinion about EA and the way they handle their games. So, I'm just mind-boggled that I could feel that another studio has surpassed EA in just unbelievable and disgusting practices. And I'm actually going to get into a little bit more on the business side of things regarding Activision here in a minute. Raven Software. Raven Software is... They, to me, it just seems like they're letting it happen. Especially because they're not even actively working at full capacity due to walkouts that employees are holding because of Activision's treatment of them. And not just Activision's treatment, Raven's treatment. I mean, it's possible that Activision is just kind of like, you know, pulling the strings with Raven Software. But I honestly don't know. But anyway, reportedly most of the walkouts from Raven are members of the QA team, the quality assurance team, due to the hefty layoffs of employees that were promised raises but instead got fired. That is despicable, it's disgraceful, it's disgusting, and it is just an embarrassment, to say the fucking least. And you know, I'm not going to entirely blame Raven Software as a whole, because like I said, they're not working at full capacity. They have they have walkouts and strikes going on right now, but they're justified in it because of the treatment that they've been getting from, you know, the higher ups at Raven, their partners at Activision, and that's just, you know, why that the game is so bad. Vanguard, Warzone, they're so bad because we basically don't have anyone to actually monitor the game anymore. We really don't. And it's so infuriating, guys. It's depressing. I want to like Vanguard. I want to keep playing Warzone and Modern Warfare, but I can't. They are so broken. They are so disgusting. And Activision's to blame. I truly believe that Activision is entirely to blame. And we're not even going to dive into the embarrassment of a CEO that Activision has. You guys can research that on your own. I'm not touching that one because other people have, and I just don't want to talk about it because it's just disgusting. It's unbearable. Oh. Guys, I don't see Call of Duty lasting if this continues. I really don't. If things don't change, Call of Duty is going to just get worse and worse and worse until it effectively dies. Unless something changes, whether it's Activision, whether it's with Raven, whether it's with Sledgehammer, Infinity Ward, Treyarch, but things really need to change. They need to change badly. But if I'm being honest, I don't actually ever see anything changing. I really don't. And it's, like I said, guys, for any hardcore and passionate Call of Duty fan, it's depressing. And just the state of Call of Duty right now has me very concerned for Infinity Ward's next title, which is rumored to be a sequel to the Modern Warfare 2019 reboot, which I could totally see, since Modern Warfare 2019 has been the most successful Call of Duty since Black Ops 2. It's the most successful Call of Duty of the current and previous console generation. So, You know, I'm fairly certain Modern Warfare 2 will be the next title, Roman numeral 2, from what everyone is saying. But I'm just worried that we will just see a recurring pattern, more detrimental than supply drops ever were, all because of Activision's greed and incompetence and their just unwillingness to actually do their fucking jobs. You know, guys, I really appreciate you guys taking the time out of your day to listen to my rants. I apologize if it wasn't very coherent. I tried to put things together as best I could. It's just I'm so upset over the way things are in Call of Duty, just what it's become. It's depressing as hell, guys. And it's even more depressing because I've been in such a nostalgic mood lately. And, you know, I've been, like, dying to play the older games again. Modern Warfare 2 was my favorite. It always will be my favorite. But they're all dead. Black Ops 1's dead. Black Ops 2's dead. Modern Warfare 2 is dead. Modern Warfare 3 is dead. They're all dead. It's like, there's nothing for me to fill the void that the current titles have created because of just the way they're being handled. It's depressing, guys. It is so depressing. And I really, really, really wish that things would change. I wish Activision would get a grip. But I just don't see it happening. I just don't see it happening, guys. I really don't. Alright, guys, well, that's really all I have. That's really all I have for this little rant montage I went on. Again, if you're here watching it, I appreciate you taking the time out of your day to check it out. I would love for you guys to check out my other videos. If you liked this, I don't know if you will or not, but I would really appreciate if you guys would share this video with your friends, with anyone else that you follow on social media, just because there needs to be the voices need to come together and voice their dissatisfaction, because I honestly don't know what else we could possibly do to get Activision to read between the lines. So yeah, guys, if you like this video, be sure to leave it a thumbs up. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps me out. Again, I tried to keep this as coherent as I could. I apologize if I dragged on in some spots and wasn't particularly clear. But yeah, guys, that's all I have for you guys today. My name is Nerdy Operator. I'm signing off. Thank you so much, guys. Make sure to follow me on social media. All my links are down in the description. I also have a Twitch channel. I'm streaming Saturdays and Sundays as of right now. I'm going to be streaming more here in the future after the holidays. So yeah, guys, thank you so much. I hope you all have a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, enjoy your time with your families, and I will see you guys next time. This is Nerdy Operator signing off.